Wow.
Welcome everyone to what episode is this? Number 4?
This is number
Curse of
4.
Strahd?
Yep.
Yeah, sweet. All right, well, where we left off, you guys were in a what looks like not servants' quarters, but cultist quarters, nicer than ones you had found previously. You have looted the various bunk chests that each room had. One of you actually even got a silver sword, if I'm not mistaken.
That would be Master Gib Fourth.
All right, so Gimby's he's swinging silver now, and you guys still can hear a faint chanting coming through the floor, the walls. It seems to be a little bit aimless, or you're unable to pick the specific direction. It's a little louder, however, now than it was when you first entered this floor. So whoever wants to lead may carry on. It's your choice on what you guys do. Medic is wounded, I'd like to point out. He's at roughly half-life. Actually, so is Daedric.
Yeah, I don't have any heal spells left either.
Is it possible for us to rest in this room with these beds and things? I mean, I'm sure it's totally safe.
They do have doors.
Yeah, could we all go into one and bar a door?
Bed? I don't know you guys that well.
You don't sleep, so I don't know what you're worried about.
Yeah, Master Gib Fourth doesn't want to go with Val.
I don't actually need to sleep.
What? Does anybody have to sleep in our group?
Diedrich definitely does.
No, I mean,
he's
I
not
don't need-
wounded.
Yeah,
Oh, you don't need any spells back?
You still need to rest at some point, because then you get then you start taking
Exhaustion.
right.
Gotcha. I do actually have a spell slot I need to reach it. I didn't think I had any used, so I take that.
All right, so if Medic goes into a rest state, you guys will
I'm
find out
alert
soon enough anyway.
the entire time.
He's like a dolphin. He can see the entire time, but if in fact he has to interact, it ruins his rest. So he is a perfect watchdog, as far as he will not be blindsided in a literal sense if he's looking that direction.
Okay, well, Diedrich will go into this room and shut the door and then bar that door with whatever that chest is in there.
Okay, sounds fair. Medic, are you going to place yourself somewhere that you feel?
In the corner, so I can, let me see here. Is this room Diedrich's in? There's only the one door, right? So I'm going to sit in this corner between these two beds so I can see this door.
Is this Val going to join?
Not to watch.
I do not know what's going on in that bedroom.
Together, because there's only one bed in this room, so I assume they're all.
Yeah, it doesn't look particularly comfortable, but okay. Fair enough. So Gimbal Fourth, are you going to sleep on the floor out there where the guy watches you, or?
I'm going to stay out here with M3D. I don't want to be with those weirdos.
You need to.
Here. I have to rest.
Yeah, you need to rest as well.
I'm not going in though. I have a problem with wizards, and I'm not sleeping next to one.
No.
I'm not a wizard.
Yeah.
You might die out there.
Oh, I see. Well, that makes it all better. Coming in. Move over.
Don't worry. I will. Medic reassures you that he will keep an eye on them while you're sleeping to make sure that they don't try and touch you inappropriately.
Well, I mean,
I would point out that technically that bed's free. I don't see why you wouldn't sleep in that. Just do the same thing. He's watching that same direction.
Medic wants to stand on the.
I would like to be the largest person of Diedrich, so I'm gonna stay wherever Diedrich is.
Diedrich points out that he's already closed the door and barred it before you two got in here, so you should not be able to enter. So,
I moved
you guys
the
are
wrong
both-
character.
I wondered.
I
Yeah.
moved my character, but it wasn't my character.
Yeah, I was in
I wondered how
here.
that
I was
happened.
wondering who did that, but you know.
I
was wrong.
did, but my character has a giant bloody streak on him, so I wasn't sure. I'm very tired. My nap was not long enough to...
All right. So Diedrich is pointing out that he closed the door before you guys did this, though. So you guys are
Well, I thought
encountering
I
a
was
locked
in
door.
there.
I'm going over here by myself then.
Deidre, I asked Deidre, please, sir. Never mind, everyone's in their own room now. It doesn't matter. The worst plan ever. I mean, maybe you guys don't want to sleep with each other, but now there's too many doors.
All right. Well,
That's who Medic's going with.
Well, I thought you were just gonna sit here and be watching from the outside, or you want to be inside of a door.
I want to be in a room safe, but you know what? I'll stand outside the other way.
Oh
I'm
my
gonna face
gosh.
the wall. Now I can't.
Yeah.
Well, now I can't warn anybody if someone tries to inappropriate touch them in their sleep.
Yeah, you can yell. You've got a klaxon, we'll say, built into your system.
I already got my alarm sound picked out, so we're good.
All right. So you guys are gonna rest. You guys have barred your doors as necessary. Sounds good. This is a very important dice roll for just so you guys know. Let's see. Success and oh, so close. You guys have no idea how close. All right, your night was, or well, you can't even really tell if it's night. You're underground right now, and it was already really foggy where you were. But you guys have now successfully rested. So let me go ahead and clean that up for you.
Huzzah.
One long rest, no injuries, no disturbances. Now the chanting did go on, but I guess for you guys it was just peaceful background noise. It never stopped, by the way, not once.
I informed them of this.
Thank you, medic.
Excellent.
We appreciate you looking out for us. Or at least I do.
Well, welcome, sir. None of your male companions tried to approach your door. I watched as instructed.
Thank you again.
Safe. All right, so from where you're at, it seems to be a dusty, dirty, like the floor is dirt, the walls are carved. Pretty narrow tunnel. It looks like it's slanted slightly down. And you know what? You should be able to see because you know you have good vision. But you can see in the distance just the beginning of a step.
Oh, by the way, during my long rest, I used one of my abilities. I totally meant to tell you this. It gives me. I can't. This is the one I thought would make me harder to hit. Can't use it on shields, so I used it on my weapon to make my weapon
To make your weapon a what?
+1. So I have. It's a forged cleric.
Oh.
They can, during a long rest, they can. It's one of their blessing of the forge, I believe. Yeah. You gain the ability to imbue magic into a weapon or armor at the end of a long rest. You can touch one non-magical item, that suit of armor or simple martial weapon, until your next long rest, or until you die. The object becomes a magic item, granting +1 bonus to AC if it's armor, or +1 bonus to attack.
Wow.
So you're choosing armor?
I can't. Well.
Or no, you can't. You
I
can't.
can't.
Never mind.
I don't wear armor, so I'm choosing my weapon.
All right. Well, I will tell you if just pay attention to it, and we'll add it. Otherwise, it's going to be confusing to keep. I should actually grab that spell at some point or make it for you. But Gimbleforth, can you give me a charisma or wisdom check, please?
Yeah. Is that that's under the abilities, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right.
Is the chanting getting louder down this hallway? Have I noticed?
Yes, a little bit.
I didn't completely understand everything M3D said, but I'd like to volunteer him to go first down the hallway.
Yes, sir. Which hallway?
The one I'm pointing down.
One going down. Yep, going down south.
All right, medic. I need you to give me a dex save, please.
Trap.
Haha!
All right, you trip on a spike trap, and it's 10. Ooh, it's 10 foot deep. So, first character suddenly comes landing prone. Oh, so you fall flat actually. You take 3 1d6 bludgeoning and 2d10 piercing.
What?
So 1d6. We're taking 1d6. So 1d6 bludgeoning and 2d10 piercing.
Oh, I think it's 3
Yeah.
1d6.
3, yeah, it's because the way they word it, 3 is the average of the 1d6, so it's a 1d6 and a 2d10.
Oh my gosh.
All right, it's not bad. Oh boy. Oh good lord, this next one's very important.
That was the wrong number. That was the D12. I grabbed the wrong.
All right, well grab 2 D10s.
Well, that's still.
All right. That's a D6. Do the next. Do a D. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
All right, so you took a total of 10 damage. You are in a lot of trouble actually. So you fall down. A spike going through your the gaps in the metal through the amalgamated flesh bits. Sickening crunch.
Diedrich
You,
will
however-
sigh and say, "Someone get him out."
Can we even reach him? Like, or is he too far down?
He's only
think I
10
have a
feet
rope.
down.
Okay.
And I'm 7 feet tall, so.
Yeah, he just got to lift his hand, basically.
Yeah, I've got a rope.
In fact, all right, you guys successfully are able to work together. He's pretty heavy, but you pull him out, seeing as he's not dead, and he does assist you in that process. You might want to roll your emotional dice, medic, by the way. Okay. You could jump the pit that's right in front of you if you so desired, for the record. Or you can go around. You recognize there are multiple paths going on here.
What do you guys want to do?
How far across is it?
5 foot.
I'll jump it.
Yeah, I'll jump it as well.
Okay. So who's going first?
Can we jump it with the assistance of a rope? You know, just like tie it off on something. So
Well, the ceiling's really low. It's only about 8 feet, so I'm not sure what you'd be tying off on, so I'm going to say no to that.
are there like some columns along the hall here?
Just little wooden supports, but they're not in
gotcha.
the ceiling. So anyway, that's what you see, and there's steps going down. The chanting is louder here. It's up to you guys whether you go right or left or whatever.
Chanting
Okay.
is getting louder further down.
Yeah, just this whole southern side seems to be louder, because I had mentioned this before when you guys were over here, that it was louder.
Waiting
Give the
for
fourth roll.
people to move before he can jump, because otherwise he would jump nowhere.
Okay.
It's all good.
So are we? I'm sorry. Are we rolling something for the jump?
Nope,
No, that was.
I'm not making you do it.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He did an emotion dice check or whatever that you want to call that, but and now he's healing himself, which is probably pretty smart.
Yep.
Does this down where I'm facing any more? Can we see anything else, or would we go down?
Those are stairs, yeah, you can't see.
We should be able to see.
that.
Are we going up the stairs or down the stairs?
Those are down.
I couldn't see down them.
Well, that's the end of it. I guess that wasn't.
Oh, okay, yeah,
That, so I'm just like, is it a hallway? What's going on?
right.
How did
It's
it miss?
darkness.
He's like, you can't see nothing. I'm like,
I cast magic missile at the darkness.
I sent a text.
Yeah, I saw that. Looks pretty slick.
You did what?
He sent
He
a
said it's
text.
sext.
Oh,
No,
wow.
Maybe.
the art did pictures for the.
Oh, cool.
Yay!
Okay,
My
so-
phone's in Dave's office though.
So these stairs go deep into a ever tightened, barely large enough for the medic type of chambers. Steep.
Channing down this way or Channing
Yeah.
down this other tunnel?
Is there anything?
It is louder down here. Yes,
Is there anything off to the left, or is that more wall?
that's more wall.
Okay.
I really look forward to when this is built into Fantasy Ground.
Yeah.
Well,
Let us proceed down, gentlemen.
Oh, you first.
Yeah, will lead us to our impending doom.
Diedrich does not go. I do not go first. You go first.
Well, then stop bossing me around.
Send the robot to his death. I understand.
Can robots
You can
die?
link- You need to link me what it is that what your message was or whatever. Okay, so you guys, here we go. Let me. I don't know if you can see it, so I'm just gonna move you down there. Bloop. Oh, medic needs to be first, right? So. Whoa, that's loud.
What's loud?
Well, it's just the bigger stairs.
Because I just realized it's sent. I'm hearing you guys through my headset, and game sounds are coming through something else. All right, let me clear this up for you. Boop. And
Yeah, they don't have weak flesh-made legs. Like that might
all right, so the ghostly chanting emanating fills this room ahead of you. I guess I can actually. I'm just gonna open the whole thing up because that's just easier for me. That. Okay. The room is somewhat busy, so there's little support pillars all over of just thick dowels of wood, effectively, that are holding up a makeshift ceiling that's still actually pretty low, maximum 12 feet or so. But you see in these little cutouts, they are shelves built into the dirt, like clawed by hands or wooden spoons or something. You're hearing, though, that the chant that says, "He is the ancient. He is the land. He is the ancient. He is the land." It just keeps going. Maybe a dozen or so voices. It's hard to tell. In
song is
these,
very boring.
you guys see that each of these cutouts in the dirt are effectively pedestals in their own right, each containing small items. I could just, rather than have you guys go through and try to figure them all out, you see a number of things, like one of them contains a small mummified yellow hand with sharp claws. It's on a loop of rope. There's a small knife carved out of human bone.
He's thinking out loud. He's wondering how everyone can see past him. As they're talking about these things they see. Because he's not relating to them.
Oh gosh.
They're reading my mind?
Oh, someone just squeezed right past you. That's impressive. You see a dagger with a rat's skull set into the pommel. It's pretty cheap and rusted, but there's an 8-inch diameter varnished orb made from a Nothic's eye. I should have probably made you roll to see if you couldn't even tell what that was. Just a number of little items. In fact, one of them that you're right near, in fact, go ahead and give me a perception check, Val. It's a bag. There's a little leather bag there. I'm going to try to figure out what it is.
Oh wow, nice.
Oh, yeah. You tell quite immediately that's a bag full of bat guano.
Oh,
Diedrich, you're near a severed hag's finger. There's a 6-inch wood figurine of a mummy. Its arms crossing its chest doesn't seem to be magic. But there's just various items like that. A shrunken, shriveled head of a halfling is on the left side. There's a small wooden coffer containing a direwolf's withered tongue. Delicious.
Would we know if any of these items, Diedrich might know based on his background, would there be any value in any of these items?
You could take them for sure. None of them look especially valuable.
Okay.
Has the chanting continued, or is it
Yes.
louder?
so do these items have any kind of religious significance?
Give me a perception check or insight.
Well, there's actually a religion skill which I am very skilled
that's
in.
true. Go for it.
Yay!
Yeah, excellent.
Hello.
You recognize pretty immediately that this is that's interesting. These are definitely specific to a couple sects, not SEX but SECTS,
Dang it.
of cults that are that are highly interested in the ways of the undead, and specifically ways to try to summon a Dark Lord.
Speaking
so
of,
what exactly is a Dark Lord?
That is dark.
So what you are aware of, you feel might be different from what they are aware of. It seems like this group was trying, but didn't actually have good understanding of a lot of what they were reaching for. So this collection of items looks like it'd be a mixture of perhaps old wives' tales for how to summon them, and then some of them are legitimate. But the idea is that a Dark Lord could be any one of the larger life-bringing or life-eternal beings, whether that be a vampire or a lich or any number of different things. Some of them are actually only good for summoning small demons and things like that, but they didn't know that. At least that's the feeling you would get based on the sheer collection.
Gotcha.
I am adjusting the monocle and looking down at the pool of water.
Speaking of undead, would like to point out that Diedrich would be actively tracking undead.
Okay.
And so, do we want to like leave these items here? Do we want to try to destroy them? So, because since some of them are legitimate, could be used to summon bad things. We could take them.
You are welcome to take some, sir, if you like. I have no need for them.
All right, I'm gonna put them in the bag, your group bag. Then you guys now have all of those items. So for those who are interested, your party sheet and I think your icon will be in the upper right. It looks like 3 people with the letter I next to it. You click that, and then you should have access to your inventory from there. I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Back one.
So you'll see.
Yes, back one.
A large tongue. Save that for later. Mummified hand and the large tongue. Use them together.
So the area you were looking down, medic, with your monocle all adjusted, is a roughly 20-degree slope into murky water, and it's a rusty portcullis there. But you can see much more water, obviously, beyond that in the beginning of a pedestal.
Slant down to it. Is the portcullis closed?
It's closed, and you don't see a way to open it.
And it's like a steep slope down there, or is it something I can walk?
20-degree.
Closer.
You can get closer if you'd like.
Can I lift it?
You know what? They didn't write that in here, but you are a robot, and I'm gonna let you roll for it. Give me a strength check.
Nope.
You fail to budget at all.
Daedric, I need your assistance. Need is a strong word. We need doorstops, but bricks will work too.
I didn't catch most of that.
That's fine. Can you try and open this? I gotta move.
Strength is not Diedrich's
Of course.
in his
Strength
wheelhouse. Yes, exactly. It's not in his, strength is not his strong suit.
Technically, you're a walking strong suit medic. If you couldn't do it, I don't think they would be all that interested in trying. At least I wouldn't think so. But feel free. I'll let one more person do it if they want to roll.
Nope.
Okay. Or you could try to be scientific about it, I guess, and try to freeze things and shatter them or whatever. But I don't care. It's not going to matter.
Forth is wandering down this hallway and just taking a peek-see around this corner.
Okay. You do that.
I will.
And you see...
You do that.
You are seeing where I need to check to see where you are actually looking right now.
He's looking down a hallway.
You just see it go. Yeah, and you see it curve off to the left.
I can see around corners.
Well, yeah, you shouldn't be able to, but it's just easier.
I'll keep wandering down.
Okay. I am gonna start revealing. You recognize manacles locked into the wall, old chain, and it's a whole bunch of prison areas, effectively.
And what's the 230 mean?
That's the map references. You can ignore that. Just
Gotcha.
open it up because it happened to be there.
Gotcha.
Gentlemen, perhaps we should follow our rogue. No?
I'm just exploring, doing a little urban exploration.
I believe if we say perception check for traps. Also, I'm glad I'm not the one going into
Yeah, so you don't see any bodies in here. There are bones lying along the ground some of the places, but
What?
Yeah, let's see.
Stop it.
What? What's the
No, people.
Oh.
No. People. Someone's probably Scott is moving my character.
What?
Yeah!
It was just fun to watch it in your stream happen and look at your face.
Of course. Why am I not surprised?
Gimbleforth looks around and wonders if someone else wants to go forward.
I will precede you if you will do a quick survey of the area for traps.
Alright, sure.
All right,
Alright,
give
sure,
me a perception check, or you can use your. Well, just give me a perception check.
Are
This
there
is
any
easier.
rogues abilities flat out for traps, or is that
No.
No, I'm no
It's-
more qualified than the rest.
Oh, well,
There
I have
is-
four.
there
I
is
have
an
plus
ability
four
late-
perception.
All right,
What's
there
yours,
is.
Kimmy?
I have a +3 in perception.
Let me go first.
Yes.
I will.
Move aside.
I actually have a +4, but Diedrich doesn't
Get the
go.
front here, Diedrich.
Nope, Diedrich does not go first ever.
Very many for the good of the three there, Diedrich.
Nope.
Wow.
So Diedrich
All
is
right.
normally a loner, but he never goes first.
Not when it comes to groups, he
So he
doesn't.
doesn't go anywhere.
Apparently.
He sits at home. That's all he does. All right. So you guys recognize a beaten path. Whoever it is who did that perception did a pretty darn good job. You don't see any traps with your scan, but you recognize a beaten path that leads to the southern side of it, and you've got good vision. You notice it points to the east, like the path goes south into the east. To that last cell, basically. He is ancient. He is the land.
He is what? What was the last part?
He is ancient. He is the land.
The land? Land?
Yep.
Okay.
Your dog is shivering, by the way. All right. The
My
direction
dog
you are
is
now
shivering?
looking, medic, is where the path. Yes. Shaking in fear.
Oh. Oh, my dog. I completely forgot about him.
Wow, call
Oh,
PETA.
what a terrible owner.
Dang it.
Are we sure that it's from fear, or could it be from like those half rations?
How big of a dog is he?
He's like one of those stupid little yappy dogs. Small.
Okay.
I don't know.
Diedrich will pick him up and hold him close and pet him and then put him into his backpack and just like enough so that his head can stick out.
So you're like Paris Hilton now.
Yeah. Diedrich Hilton.
Diedrich Hilton. Diedrich Hilton. That's great. All right, Diedrich Hilton. Hilton, the dog allows this and is okay with it. Medic, go ahead and give me another perception check here, because you notice the path goes right into that wall.
Oh my goodness.
You scan and immediately identify there is a. These are manacles that are not meant to actually be holding a person, and when you tug on them, it opens up a
Hey-o.
door into this area.
Before I walk through, is there people standing here that are shooting fireballs at me?
Nope, you do not see anyone in there. You hear the chanting still.
I'm gonna
And
use fiery eyes. So my
alright.
eyes are on
Oh,
fire now.
he's looking at Gimbleforth right now.
I'm not making eye contact.
All right. I will point out that as you open this door, okay, so stop there, medic. The chanting has immediately stopped. You could hear it originating here, but it goes completely silent as you peer into this roughly 40-foot square room. There's smooth masonry walls providing excellent acoustics. There's featureless stone pillars supporting the ceiling and the breach in the western wall, which, yeah, well, you just came through that, so I guess it's sort of irrelevant. There's murky water covering most of the stairs. There are stairs leading up to these dry ledges. That's what you've stepped out on. In the middle of the room, there's more stairs rising to form an octagonal dais. Is that how you pronounce that? Dais? D-A-I-S. I can't recall it. Anyway, it rises above the water. There's rusty chain shackles dangling from the ceiling directly above the stone altar mounted on this dais. However you pronounce that. The altar is covered with hideous. You what?
How it sound? I typed Dias or Dias into Google to see how it sounded, and it brought up Spanish. It's like Dias.
I think it's Deus.
Dais. That does sound right. Thank you. The dais. Yeah, from here it's hard to tell, but you can tell that the altar has carvings on it. And I should open up a little bit more. There is rubble here, and a broken-in wall, and it looks like a mound of garbage, debris, bones, and stuff.
How deep does the water look?
A couple feet deep.
I would like to shove Dietrich into the water. Get back here.
Diedrich steps
All right,
away
so-
nimbly.
As you step through, that passage closes, and you hear a new chant as ghostly figures start emanating from the wall, and they are saying, "One must die. One must die." And you see the altar itself almost has a lightning, not lightning as in, but as it lightens up with a reddish glow.
I'm sorry, the thing in the middle, does that look like an altar, or what is that?
Yes, that's
Okay.
that's exactly what he's talking about.
Okay, gotcha.
One must die. There's roughly there's 13 dark apparitions appearing on the ledges overlooking this room. So it's like actually right next to you. You basically, you can tell because you're close to them, you can't touch them, they can't touch you. But they're chanting over and over again. It's getting loud, cacophonous sounds bouncing off the walls, pretty eerie and loud, intimidating. Just saying, "One must die," nonstop.
I would like to see what this wheel thing over here is. Does that lower
Okay.
the portcullis? Do I need to cross the ledge?
Go ahead. You'd have to get in the water, yeah.
I'll do it.
Okay. You give me a strength check. You actually hurt your wrist ever so slightly as you're tugging at it. You're not sure your throwing arm is good. I'm not going to damage you for it, but that's pretty funny.
So can I tell him anything about this weird ritual that's going on here, using my knowledge of religion?
Can you get closer to actually see the... you're unable to budget medic, although you hear a grinding of the gears. Okay, so if you're going to get closer, it is only 2 feet deep as you wade in, and nothing seems to attack you. It's just gross. It's disgusting. Smells fetid. And yeah, you hear a faint crying sound, and it's just lost in the sounds of everything else. Anyway, as you're there, you recognize these are runes carved into it, and you're going to use religion. Go ahead and give me a religion check on that. You recognize that around these runes there's carvings of grasping ghouls stained with dry blood. That's all you could tell from there.
Do we still hear the chant?
Oh yeah, you do.
And so all these ghoul things are shades, apparitions, whatever are visible to us, right? What exactly do they
Yes.
look like? Do they look like people,
They
or
look-
are they just like really
They look
shadowy?
like hooded humanoids. You can't identify their faces. It's quite literally like shadows that have taken form.
I gotcha.
Actually, I can go ahead and open up the rest of this because it's not like it matters. That's that pile of debris and bones and junk.
What type of debris is it?
Bones, rotted pieces of, you're not sure what, probably flesh.
Mm-hmm.
Diedrich's got a pretty decent idea of what's got to happen, but he really doesn't want to do it.
Let's say we actually just attack one of these shades first.
Mm-hmm.
Is everybody cool with that? I'm gonna zap one of these things.
Yeah.
I mean, there's like 13 of them, so...
I'm
Yeah,
getting
there's
on
one
the
right
pool, though,
there.
before we start using electricity.
Oh, I don't have electricity. I just.
Diedrich does.
So I'm gonna try to cast Ray of Frost on one of these things.
Alright, that's just a cantrip, right?
Can I...
Right.
I'd like to step to the side here before he does that, since he's looking right at me.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna do it like in the direction of anybody. So I mean, since we can't see them, I don't know exactly where they're at. But
Yeah,
one of them
you just
is
pick a
not-
spot. It's not going to be hard for you. They're not moving along the walls. They're like pulling out from the wall, and they seem to be in one spot. So, you will have no issue hitting one without hitting someone else. So,
Okay.
you don't even need to roll, because once there's no armor, you throw that beam of frost or whatnot, and it just hits the wall. It goes right through it. They ripple and move, but they don't seem to be affected by it in the least. You know, someone wanted. Who was it who was down by the mound? Because someone wanted to ask what it was. Gimbleforth, if you give me a nature check or an intelligence check, I can theoretically give you more.
Let me see.
So give me a.
I've got a high nature.
Yeah, give me a nature check then. Oh, excellent. Yeah. You recognize that is not just a pile of garbage. It is a currently, perhaps slumbering mound, a shambling mound. It has not become aware of you yet.
Oh,
But you
gosh.
were right outside the range of what it could have.
Oh.
Literally, I was waiting for someone to take one. I was waiting for one step closer. So you really, whew.
Gimbleforth informs everyone around him that the blob lives.
Yeah.
How tall are the ceilings in here?
About. Let me check actually. Yeah, that's what it feels like, doesn't it? 25, 30 feet.
Okay.
Diedrich, what was your thought from a moment ago?
Well, that's changed since we now realize that the mass is now a living thing. Otherwise, he was thinking we had to sacrifice the dog.
That's exactly what I was gonna robot say. But people were talking and I couldn't fit it in there. I do not want to be a killjoy. But
Yeah, he was going to be really upset at the prospect of that.
No one has stepped onto the dais, whatever, right?
Correct.
Wow.
That's what I thought. Okay.
Alright, so... Val, knowing what we know, would you like to potentially toss some of your magic onto this sleeping pile, and maybe we can get a surprise on it?
Yes, I can do that if everybody is ready.
Diedrich has his sword and his crossbow, his glowing lightning crossbow out.
Okay. So I'm gonna cast Delarian's levitation on this thing.
What?
On you or it?
On it.
Okay.
But I don't have it since I can't target it yet or anything. So
Yeah, I'm looking at it real quick.
And you guys might want to step away from the wall too.
How far?
So if this works, then it will only be able to move by climbing along the wall. So it won't be able to hit you. If it, I mean, it'll probably pass it safe. But if this works, then it won't actually be able to hit you
Okay.
if you stay away from the wall.
Trying
As
to
I
find my
understand it.
stats here. I'm trying to find his size. That's what I'm waiting for.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, if he's too
Sorry.
big, it won't work.
Yeah, because he is enormous, but it doesn't tell me specifically the weight.
There should be
okay.
What's his size class?
He's large. Because he can quite literally. Well, you knew, or whoever it was who was doing the perception knows this with their nature check. A Shambling Mound is actually capable of consuming humanoids, like enveloping them entirely, and still moving around normally. So we're talking everything medium, large. It can actually engulf. So it's large, but it doesn't say a weight here, and I don't know how to. Well,
So
whatever. I'm
there's
gonna go ahead and throw it into the thing, and we'll just let it roll.
Okay. Oh, there's a table online I found that says large size stuff is 500 to 2 tons, 500 pounds to 2 tons. So it would
Well,
be,
there you go.
if it was on the low end, it would work, but otherwise, no.
Yeah. Well, if it's 500 to 2 tons,
It's probably, yeah.
then it wouldn't work because yours is 500. It holds up to 500 pounds.
Okay. Well, if I knew that, then I would do something else. Is that possible?
Yeah, I think you would. I think that he would have told you guys, right? I mean, he was already describing what it was.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think you would have estimated. I would think even if he didn't, you would estimate that the pile's weight was probably more than you could lift.
And Diedrich
So
would
I'd say you
say,
didn't waste a spell.
Diedrich would say, Val, perhaps you should move over closer to me and maybe we can throw it onto the dais. Perhaps something will happen there.
Is the dais tall enough to like obscure my shot at this thing?
Yeah, because you're 2 foot into water. Keep in mind, it's rising several feet above.
Okay, well I'll
So
try
I'd
to
say that right now you're obscured. Yeah, okay. So there you would have a line.
Okay. So I'm going to cast Ice Knife instead.
All right. So everyone roll initiative. You'll be first no matter what number comes up, Val, because you're going to be starting this.
Oh.
Well, I'll adjust yours, so no worries. PCs. And Val is going to be one above. So you become 12. All right, Val, you begin. One must die, they keep yelling.
So how do you target stuff again? Oh, there we go.
It's a good roll.
So, okay, but I did hit him. Okay, so I do the damage.
Yeah, it's saved. But...
Yeah. Oh, come on.
So do we need to roll for initiative?
That's what I had said, yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that. I apologize.
You're the only one who didn't.
All right.
Stop drinking your swanky drinks and smiling. I enjoy it. I know that's how you get more money.
So that's my turn with my whopping 1 damage that I've done to this thing.
You were very helpful. It barely notices. It starts to rise and assemble itself.
Did we say we can see over the dais?
We said you cannot, not while in the water.
Okay. Diedrich will move over to there.
Try to get style.
I'm gonna go ahead and start locking. Okay, there we go.
And we'll toss a crossbow attack on it.
I
You
will
gotta shoot
point
the
out that when he
crossbow,
threw
though.
his knife,
Don't toss.
yeah,
How am I Oh, I didn't realize. Okay, so I didn't realize that that was within its miss breach thing. Within 40 feet or whatever.
okay.
So since I had more movement, I would actually move further up so where I could hit it safely.
So what did you drop? What roll did you drop? You dropped a 15. And would a 15 have hit? I'll use that as our logic. It would have, yeah. All right, so go ahead and roll your damage.
All right.
I'll bump you. Oh wait, you need to bump closer, right? That's what you needed.
Yep.
Boop.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead and roll your damage.
All right. I've got that on. So.
All right, so you did.
9 damage.
Oh yeah, yeah, but it actually ends up being 5.
Well, it was 13, but it said it went to 9 because it's partially.
Okay, there we go.
Yes, it
okay,
did
good.
that.
It heals is the thing. You notice that the lightning on your weapon is actually restoring its life. It's not just immune to it.
Oh crap!
It's
All
healing
right.
from it.
Well, Diedrich will drop the lightning,
Okay.
and that is
Let me
some,
do that for you then. Boop.
that is something he can definitely do.
All right. Yep.
And with my remaining movement, how much movement do I have left?
You only probably went 10 feet. You got 20 left.
Oh, I've got 20 left? Alright, so I'm going to go to about there.
Okay. All right. You're waiting now. I should point out. Well, whatever. From now on, we got to pay attention. Your limit in water will be 20 feet if you're in the water, because that's considered troubled terrain. I mean, you're literally wading through 2 feet of water.
Okay.
Okay, I guess it's the Shameblade Mounds then. He also is limited by this too. The chanting, what I was trying to say before is the chanting has changed when the first blade hit. So when Val struck, you now hear those voices in rage saying, Lorgoth the Eternal, make them pay, make them suffer, make them sacrifice. And that's now what they chant constantly. So it can move also 1, 2, 3, 4. That's really about all it could do. That's sort of in a weird spot, but yeah. So it has no ranged. So believe it or not, that's actually all it's gonna do right now. Medic, you're up.
You have one person in front of you.
Oh, excited. Does it still do the damage even if it does the Constitution save? I forget.
Well, we'll have to look at it. Words of Radiance.
Or take it, never mind, it's fine. Yeah. It saves. That would be good. He was going to jump up here a little bit.
Oh, crap.
Okay. When you're on the edge, you're back to 30-foot movement, by the way. Okay, Gimbleforth.
I'd like to move up here next to Medic, and then fire my crossbow at Mound.
All right, you did an impressive acrobatics there and slid up top and spun around. Okay. Go ahead and fire your crossbow. I'll consider it unimpeded since that's roughly the same height.
Nice.
Wow. Yeah, look at that. His arrows, or his little, yeah, I guess it is a type of arrow. Crossbow bolt slings across the air. Hits the mound and does, pretty good damage actually. Yeah, you hear it recoil and sort of a sickly, broken bone sound. Val, you're up.
Well, before my turn's over, I'd like to
Oh,
use an action and move over here.
Okay.
So how tall are the ledges here?
A couple feet off the water, so it's really only about 4 feet off the ground total.
Okay, I got you. And how far can I move in the water? You were saying we're
20
limited to
feet.
what?
Technically,
20
it's is half, but I'm allowing for 20.
Yeah, it's not tall water.
Right. Yeah, but I mean, running through 20 feet is a lot different. Or I mean, 2 feet of water is a lot different than running on ground.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
So could I go over? I don't know if you can see this. Could I go 15 feet, like right next to the medic? Basically, go past him and then climb up there. So like.
Yeah. I'll let
I
you
mean, I'm
do
not
that.
actually passing through him. I'm like going past him and then climbing.
I
up
agree.
there.
I agree.
Okay.
Yep.
I gotcha. So do I have a decent shot from where I'm at?
Yeah, you have an unimpeded shot because he's like 8 or well, no, he's more than 8. He's probably 10 or 12 foot tall.
Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to clear a spell slot. I'm using my font of magic is what it's called that sorcerers have.
Okay.
So I now have my spell slot back, and I'm gonna throw another ice knife at him if I can target him.
Your hands chill, cold, frosting the air.
Yay!
Wow, you failed it.
Oh my goodness. That is a D10. Okay, well there we go. That one was partially resisted.
Oh, so you get 2 attacks with it? Is that what that does?
No, it has the actual attack does 1d10 and then it explodes.
Oh, I see.
Even if I miss, it explodes and everything within 5 feet takes 2d6. If it fails, that's what the
Nice.
save is for.
Chilling. All right, Diedrich, you're up.
Does this entity have blood of any sort?
Only rotted, congealed bits. It's not flowing, so I would say the answer's no.
Okay. Alright, he's going to move up there to start.
Okay.
And we're going to take a crossbow shot at it. And we're going to miss. And that's going to be the end of our turn.
All right.
Oh, can I go ahead and do the I forgot to say this during my turn, but it doesn't actually say it has to be done during my turn. Look in his eyes and do the my little magic thing that I do with my eyes whenever I look at him.
All right. Let's read that thing again real quick. It's just fire it. It is just fire. It takes 1 action. So
it takes 1 action to cast. I
you
cast
did
it
that.
before we entered the room.
Yep. It only lasts 1 minute. So it's before you entered the room and while you guys were doing your explorations.
Oh, okay. Well.
Right.
Well, it was like actually right. Okay. Yeah. You're right. Okay. I
Because
got
you did a lot of exploring. I'm not sure you'd actually have that.
Well. Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Well, so who hit him? No, he missed. So, yeah, Shambling's gonna probably sit around there. You guys could both have access to him, but he's gonna attack Val.
Okay, I'm gonna use shield as a reaction.
Yep. Go ahead and do it.
So
Do you have the ability?
Yeah, let me make sure I've got myself targeted rather than him. Okay.
Yep.
Here we go.
Very good. All right. So he has a multi-attack. So he's gonna attempt to slam you. His bones and flesh respawn like a putty.
Wah, wah. So
And for some reason he hit the edge and he hurts himself.
Woo!
He's swinging up toward it. Wow, he broke some bones on his little hand that he made. It's pretty amazing. All right, he swings with his other collection.
Oh gosh.
Ah.
Oh crap.
Oh my lord. Alright, he crushes He crushes bones, and you hear them as you get knocked unconscious, ribs and whatnot breaking. That was honestly close to being a critical death, like because he exceeded you by 11 hit points. That would have been a no death saves type of death. So he splatters you up against the wall, buddy.
Yummy.
Good lord.
I have a feeling we're gonna die because this thing has a lot of hit points from whatever. Unless it's modded down from this.
Probably not.
Yeah, this might be it.
Maybe.
Well, I have a plus one then.
I want everyone who is alive to give me a wisdom check, please. Okay, Medic and Diedrich, I want to point out to both of you that the chanting is still going on very loudly. Alright, that's it. Medic, your turn.
So I guess since he's dying, we can throw Mag's body on the altar.
That's true.
Right now, my robot he's thinking things and accidentally saying them out
Yeah.
loud.
Yeah.
It would be a creative solution.
But you
It
have
wasn't
to
even
go.
what I was thinking, but that's amazing.
You have to go through the shambling mound in order to do it.
I can toss his body to Daedric, and he can run through it. Let's see here. So I have +1 on my mace because it's enchanted right now with my forge ability. So I don't know if it's gonna add that or it's gonna miss anyway, probably with a 12.
Yep.
Oh no, the +1 showed up.
Yeah, it did.
Nice.
Well, so yeah, there's a button down here in the corner that says modifier. I just clicked that to 1 before I rolled.
Oh, smart, yeah. Yeah, that's great.
my turn. I can't stabilize as a partial action, I don't think.
Nope.
So yeah, that's my turn.
Alright, well he has some saves he can do still, so it's not
Right.
like you're not in the last moment. Alright, Gimbleforth. You just watch the sorcerer you don't like just get splattered against the wall and bounce off of it in a bloody pulpy mess.
I think I'm just gonna take a shot, and that's it. Can I use sneak attack, right? Like he doesn't.
He is.
I will
Yes.
grant you that, yes. He's engaged. So if you went down, well, actually, you don't even have to go down. You can just shoot from there.
Yeah, I'm gonna shoot from here.
All right, you make a hit. Ooh, man, you're the damage bringer this game.
And then I'd like to hightail it down to this corner with my cunning action.
All right.
And then that'll be my turn.
That's not even your.
Val, you have a critical success. You literally just stood up. You get this turn if you want it. Lucky Val, lucky. What the heck, man? I've literally never seen that. You stabilize yourself like you're pro.
So I'm gonna use Fiery Eyes, and I'm gonna look at him.
Look at him. Yep, that's fair. What do I have to be?
You should do it automatically, I think. And of course he succeeds.
Yeah, he succeeds. Okay.
So let's see.
Wow. You feeling broken ribs? Blood all over your face. And you still stood up? I don't even know how to imagine that story. You had 11 more than your hit points.
So I guess that's it. I don't have any like potions or anything I can use. Actually.
I guess that spirit that you're bound with or whatever, that's probably like, wake up! That's what it did. Alright, Diedrich, you're up. You have some decisions to make, my friend.
Yeah.
I say sacrifice old Yeller. From across the room, I'm calling for the death of the dog.
Oh my gosh. I can't even make it over to the altar with all my movement speed.
Not with that edge,
Well,
dude.
you could if you don't do anything with. You can if you do a dash.
Yeah,
Because
but I couldn't
you would,
do. But the action
Yeah.
that I would want to
Yeah,
do
you're
is.
right. You're right. Yes, you're right. Fair enough.
All right, I'm gonna run over, and that'll be my.
Well, you're within range. You're on the altar there, because
But
that's
that was 20 feet to do that.
Yeah.
Unless you want to say 5 and 5.
No, it's 20 feet to do that, but you still have an action.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna.
That's what you're gonna do.
Oh my gosh. Diedrich
So you're
is
taking the
so freaking upset right now. But he's
You
gonna
don't
pull
have to
the.
kill the puppy. You
He's
don't have
gonna.
to kill the puppy.
He's gonna take the dog out of his backpack.
It's looking at you. The only person it trusts right now, the one who fed it, is looking at you and it's shaking.
He pulls his sword out. He hugs it.
Aw, this is really sad. You're making this way sad.
Because he's really upset about it.
It's like the death of Toby in Quest for the Lord.
And he's gonna, once he gets done hugging it, he's gonna close his eyes and cut his throat and put it on the altar.
And it does nothing.
Roll an attack.
It might
That
not.
would be so funny.
It might not.
Roll an attack. Just give me your whatever the damage dice is for that.
All right.
Oh man, when you when you held the dog above it, it's looking at you, and you draw the sword across. You nearly behead it. It's actually barely held by the.
That's what happens when your eyes are closed.
Back of the neck. And it's this sick, wet sound as you cut through cartilage, and its little shrunken throat from not being well fed and stuff.
Gosh
Its
dang
blood
it.
pours onto the altar, and the shambling mound immediately just collapses in on itself, and the voices stop.
Oh, so sad. Also, I have something wrong with one of my spells, Corey. I just noticed the one I used to heal myself and do the D8 plus my spell modifier. And I rolled an 8 and it only healed me for 8. It should have healed me for 12. Because my spell modifier is 4.
Healing word?
Cure wounds.
No, cure wounds. Yeah, it doesn't show it as. Let me grab you the other version of it then, real quick. Anyway, that was a really awesome.
Super sad.
I'm really proud of you guys.
I only looked it up just now because I went to heal Mag, and I wanted to see if I could do it as an action or as a passive or a partial action. Full action.
It shows it. The special one also does it, just 1d8.
Well, I'm looking at it right now.
No, I see it. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm just, I'm surprised by that.
Why I didn't add it in?
Yeah. Alright, well, let's just add your spell modifier, and then I will fix the spell later. So I'll just... Yep. Yep, you are.
Instead of Diedrich, he's going to be known as John Wick from now on.
Aw, John Wick did kill his dog, though. You're the jerk Russian. Oh,
Alright, guys, so...
Look, you just had on your stream. I love watching this. And now he's just shaking his head.
Guys, I want to point out that as that mound collapsed to the ground, its body, its chest cavity sort of open up as module pieces of it are falling apart, and in the middle of it, you see wrapped in the flesh and bits of decaying material from that shambling mound, you see a small baby skeleton that is clearly wrapped in there, and it was in the very middle of the shambler's body. It's like if it had a heart, that baby was its heart. So the baby's bones are there with a little bit of cloth that's long since rotted and decayed. Now, you guys get this feeling as the ground begins to rumble that something bad is going down. So you have but a few seconds here to make some decisions before it becomes a very serious event. The cave is starting to already, or this ceiling is starting to cave in a little bit. You see dirt starting to fall from the ceiling and stuff like that.
Can you add a +4 to mag wounds too? Just to heal them, because that's the first thing I want.
Yep.
We can't see anything along the walls on the south. Is there anything there? Or are they just walls?
Oh, no. They're just walls. I just didn't cut it open far enough.
That's fine.
And
Now, now that the mound's gone, is that pile of debris also gone?
no, it's just floating in the mix in the water. And like I said, there's a set of baby's bones right in the very middle of it.
No, I'm sorry, the south, where it originated.
That's gone. Yeah, that's gone.
Can we see anything beyond it?
There's nothing beyond it but a wall. I really need it. I really look forward to when this is built in.
Okay.
Oop. There you go. Because
All
for
right.
me, it's just a little bit darker, so I don't notice it.
Mm-hmm.
Diedrich's going to run up to the former Shambler's body. He's going to pull the baby's bones that's semi-wrapped and pick it up and then run over to the nearest set of stairs.
All right, excellent. Okay, so you've grabbed it. You've got the bones then. That's important. So let me... I need a moment here. This is going to take me a little bit to do this right. Because you are currently in the ritual chamber. One must die. Investigate. Yeah, so... Okay.
Was that the purpose of the dog, by the way?
It's one of the options.
Oh, it's so sad. Who would write this?
Oh my gosh. Diedrich's so upset right now. Like, he's so
I would
pissed
have
off.
allowed, had you sacrificed Mag, I would have let you. And that also would have worked, for the record. But,
We didn't have a good way
Okay, so-
of getting him over there, and...
So the manor itself, you can feel it above you, is shivering with rage. There's stone and bricks dropping from the ceiling like broken dreams. Like the love of that dog as it fell upon the stone. Now the ceiling is crashing down as well. As that mound of utter death, that abomination falls apart, the blood pounds in your ears, your heart thunders. You now have... you now notice that the portcullis, as this wall is shattering, is still down, but it's shifted a bit in the frame as the walls are starting to break. You guys are realizing in very short order you need to begin to move or you're in trouble.
So, can we go through the
each of you to roll
portcullis?
initiative. Yes, I need each of you to roll initiative, however.
Strength check
And
is the thing.
Yeah, I need you guys be quick. Yeah, just do your initiatives. Don't do strength or anything else right now. I need you to be aware that each of you needs to be wise with your skill checks because only one person will get to choose to do these different things. So you'll need to be wise about who does it. And the order of who gets to choose to do what is going to be based on this initiative that you've just now rolled. Okay? So Gimbleforth will be leading the charge to escape.
Oh boy.
And so if you decide, for example, Gimbleforth, to pass your initiative for this action to someone else, you may do that. But we follow then from that. So if you pass yours on to Diedrich, who passes it on to Val, who passes it on to Medic, so Medic can do strength, that's fine. But those people are giving up their turn and their chance to use their rolls. Okay, so you're rushing for the portcullis and... Okay. So, that's where you're at right now. Let me make sure I'm prepared for this. I apologize for the... Yeah, okay, so you see the portcullis, that's fine. You may do an athletics or a strength check if you want to do that. 3 failures, by the way. 3 failures in a row, and that person is dead. And you'll have to drag them out.
Gotcha.
So
if I try an athletics check, and I fail, that's 1 of 3, right? And it just passes on to Diedrich anyway?
Right. Yes.
I'm just not the right person to be leading the charge.
Yeah, and keep in mind, you don't have to just try to brute lift the portcullis itself. You could try to unjam the wheel.
Right.
So
That's what I was getting ready to say. We can use the wheel. There might be something to prop it up. I don't know how far away from the wall it's separated.
I will allow all sorts of different creative options that aren't written in here either, if they make
Add
sense.
magic spells.
Alright,
Didn't you just have a lifting floaty spell you tried to use, Mag?
Yeah, it technically says that it's only usable on creatures.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So Gimbleforce could hold onto the thing and you could cast it and lift it.
Still his hand strength. That's hilarious.
I Gimbleforce to it.
is there any way I can tell that this is locked? Like, is it jammed, or is this like just a brute strength sort of situation? 'Cause I do have thieves tools, and I can try to like finagle it.
If you're going to use thieves tools, I will let you use an appropriate skill check on the wheel itself to try to figure out what has blocked the lock mechanism or the lift mechanism.
I will do that.
Go with that.
That makes sense.
All right. Give
I
me
have a crowbar.
All right.
Okay.
Do you want to use strength then, or?
Well, Thieves Tool should have like a crowbar kind of tool in it anyway. I think
Yeah,
stick
it's
with
going to
the
have a
Thieves Tool
small
right
pry
now,
bar.
because that's going to let him roll his dex probably, and that's probably his better.
It'd be so thieves tools works.
I have great dexterity.
Yeah, thieves tools works based on dex plus your proficiency bonus.
Which is, yeah. So sleight of hand. It's basically a +3.
Okay, so I would like
Yeah.
to
So give me a dex +3, and you need to get a 15 or above.
There you go.
Oh man, dude, you barely go over there, and you're like, oh gosh, guys, all you had to do is hit this, and you tap it, and the wheels whoosh, spins freely, and you quickly open it. You guys now may move your total of 30 feet, choosing your direction. So we are going to be starting you from the portcullis. I'm going to go ahead and I have to leave it locked, simply because of tracking the distance. It'll be easier that way. But you guys are effectively starting from here. Okay. Gimbleforth, you lead the charge. In escaping and choosing where to go. Nope.
Nope, not too far.
No, you can't go
in a logical direction.
I thought I mean, can I? So I'll go this way, 25, and then hang a left for 5 more, right?
Okay. Yep, go for it.
There we go.
Next person is
I
Diedrich.
caught doing it.
The water's rippling, and you're hearing splashes as it's all falling down.
All right, that'll be my.
Diedrich is okay. Val. And medic.
Of course, the robot is last.
Womp womp.
I don't know if they've noticed what it is you're doing conversationally either. I'm hoping they figure it out. All right. We are now up to Gimbleforth again. Oh, you know what? Hold on 1 second. I just realized I made one mistake. Need to check this real quick. See if reliquary's on the list of traps.
Nope, it's too
or
late.
things that are crashing.
Too late, you forgot.
Well, you're still in it. You're still in the reliquary, I'd like to point out. Sorry.
Nope, it's too late.
We checked it when we came
And yeah, there is nothing. You're fine. The whole house is sentient, guys. I don't know if it's you guys have become aware of this or not. So it is now crushing in on you guys.
like a robot.
Yeah. So anyway, go ahead, Gimbleforth.
I think that's all I can do, right?
Well, you can get to the top of the stairs, right?
I think
So if that's the case. Oh, you did
Yeah.
use? Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
No,
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't have time as well
Yeah,
earlier.
I was like,
Okay, so this is going to end up putting you over. I'm going to go ahead and move you over here. This is basically where you're at now. We'll just do that. All right, 15. Okay, and I will, for sake of consistency and ease, count that as making it to the top of those stairs. And Val, let's see. Yeah, it's Val's turn. You guys are at the very border. Poor medic is at the very edge of what is starting to cave in. The side is collapsing. All right, medic, your choice: strength or dex save.
Strength save.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh.
See you later.
Okay. All right, you have one against you. It's just debris is slowing you down. Basically, you couldn't avoid it, and so because this is a choked tunnel, it is starting to compress against you. You're not taking injuries. It's slowing you down. That's the whole idea behind this process. Okay, so we're now back to Gimbleforth. You are in this hallway. Let me find out what this is. This is okay. That's fine. Yeah, nothing to worry about right here. So go ahead and do your moves. All right, so this one's going to have one as well. Things are collapsing, but we'll worry about that in a minute. Diedrich?
Should make it to there and then be able to jump just the edge of that
Yeah. Okay.
that chasm.
I need you to either do a dex or strength as well.
Save.
Once you do one, though, you can't do the other. Yeah, save.
That's fine.
Oh, I didn't
Yep.
check.
Okay.
Oh wait, did I do a check or?
Oh yeah, no check. It should have been a save, but I'm gonna still. You know what? I'll undo your. Well, no, give me a save.
No,
Yeah, he did a save.
Okay.
I did a save.
Okay,
and you
good.
did a save, so we're good. I apologize. I
All right.
misread what you said.
And it was probably my wording. I do that fairly often. All right, you're up, Val.
So where am I relative to the other map?
Well, I'm just gonna put you here. There you go, and I'll put medic here.
We. We're going for the spiral staircase, right?
Yeah. The loner went off by
And
alone.
just a second, Val. I need a dex or strength from you. Once you choose one, though.
Ugh.
Okay, you have
was it a
one
save
fail
or
against you as a save. Yes.
Oh, okay, that was not a save.
He did a check.
Go ahead and give me a save. Yep. Just assume right now
Yay.
these are all saves unless there's an obstacle and you're choosing to do something. So if I'm just randomly throwing them at you, they're saves, and if you're attempting to do something, we'll be doing checks. All right,
Okay,
you're fine.
gotcha.
Medic, you're. So be right behind you. By the way, the stairs have collapsed, the walls have caved in, and you can feel almost an Indiana Jones type of moment as things are collapsing right behind you. Okay. Gimbleforth, you're up. You know what? I need to check this room though, real quick. One moment, please. Okay, so the floor is starting to cave in of the table. So you guys have to decide here. So you're barreling up the stairs. These walls are alive now with roaches and centipedes that are falling onto your heads. They're getting twisted in your hair. You come to this path. There's no traps or obstacles you're familiar with, but one of you, whoever wants to do it, but one of you needs to decide how to handle the fact that worms and bugs and unnatural, like literally a supernatural numbers of them, are falling upon you, obscuring your vision. So one of you is going to have to do a successful perception save to see through this mess and lead the group. Who wants to do it? Once this perception, however, is done, that person can no longer do these for a perception check. So we've burned up the athletics for Gimbleforth, and so you could do the perception, but then it's burned up for you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So I'm giving you guys the choice though on who does it. It cannot be, however, whoever's in the other hallway right now. Let's see that. Can't see that. So it can't be Diedrich.
I've got a +3 in perception, so I feel like that's doing
All right.
anything.
Yeah, I only have one
Okay,
board.
go for it. Oh, just in time. Yeah, just barely. All right, you've burned up your athletics and your perception, but you've successfully are guiding people through the worms and bugs that are falling down on their head like rain, and are able to see past it and guide. So you may continue your move now as normal. This is actually sort of freaky. I actually feel tense. All right. It is Diedrich's turn. Bugs in your long, luxurious hair. What a mess. I'll point out, Diedrich, you've got blood on your hands. Puppy blood.
Yep, I do.
Alright, Val. Oh, I'm sorry. I was looking at the wrong person, so I didn't see your... Alright, so that's pretty much all you'll be able to do anyway. Yep. You're just crashing through the corners of the wall. I'm gonna allow it. You're like, it's falling down, bugs and everything. Alright, excellent. So the next one is gonna have to be, I guess it'll be, no, Medic already did one. Who is missing one? Anyone missing one? I guess, nope, everyone has done something, I think. Except for maybe Val. Val, have you had a save or...
Yeah, I had a save.
Okay, alright, good. Then I haven't, I'm not, as long as I'm not behind, it's okay. We can cycle to the next person. Gimbleforth, you lead the way. Alright, I need to check this to see the stability of the stairs. Yeah, they're starting to collapse in. So you guys realize that as it's shifting, you're either going to have to run quickly, or you're going to try to prop it up with, I don't know, an object, a board, something on your pack. I don't know. Think whatever you want to do. Just realize that the stairs are starting to collapse. So you can either opt for speed, and you guys are going to have to try to book it. And if, by the way, if you're booking it, all I want is an athletics check from someone, and that person will take the lead in your roll. It can't be you, Gumby, because you already did yours. And if that's the case, you guys are getting 40 feet.
Would acrobatics make sense for this?
Yeah, I'll allow that. I'll allow that, sure.
All right, I'll take that.
You're going to burn your acrobatics? Okay, so Diedrich is going to, with some skill in rope tying or whatnot, help pull you guys up, and he's going to athletically bounce along the sides of this, pulling you guys up. Let me point where this is. I need an athletics roll.
I just rolled a 17 on it and +5, and it didn't register.
I saw it on the stream.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's true. That's verifiable, actually. So that'd be a 20. That'd be a 23 or 22.
Yep, you're fine. So you guys are now being helped, pulled along through this collapsing staircase because of his careful bouncing along the walls like a ninja. So I need to get you guys to 21. Where is 21? Sorry, gotta find where that goes. If you guys remember, I will go ahead and just honor that. Oh, I think it's upstairs. It's the attic, isn't it?
Yes.
Yeah, where in the...
That third floor.
Yeah, okay.
That's spiral, isn't it? No.
No, it's
Yep,
the fourth
it is
floor.
the spiral.
Oh no, there it is. Yeah, with the covered furniture.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's right here. Okay. So he has now helped you guys get through there. So Gimby, you can go ahead and continue the rest of your move if you want. I'm going to drop you there. He's basically jumped ahead of you to support you, and you guys get 40 feet because of the successful athletics check. I'm just moving you here. I'm trying to do it, but who did I miss?
I'm in a weird spot. I'm in the dead kid's room.
There's a balcony down there.
Oh, I didn't mean to
How
do that.
high up are we?
We're on the fourth floor.
Yeah, you're on the 4th floor, so around 45, 50 feet, something like that.
I have a 50-foot rope.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yes,
Oh,
use
wait,
it. Use it.
so-
Okay, so where's a window? Oh, actually, you know where a window is.
Yep.
There's a. Yep,
Yeah,
go
straight through
for
the
it.
furniture.
I jumped through this window already. So
It's true. The window's open. The window's
Right
open.
here. Right,
No,
through it and-
no, it's down here, I believe.
yeah.
No, yeah, it's right there. That's the one I jumped.
All right, so. All right, so here's the thing. You guys are going to try to use a rope. So the wall is collapsing and whatnot. So let's think about this as logically as can. You don't have a lot of room, or a lot of time. I'm going to need one dex, one strength, and one athletics. I don't care who does what or when.
So isn't this a balcony down there anyway? If you look at
Yeah,
the
that's what I was
picture.
gonna say.
Yeah,
Do we
yep.
even need the rope? We just could
You won't need a rope because you're still at least 30 feet off the ground once you're on that one floor down. That's
yeah,
what that's now.
if we just jump down to the 3rd floor, we don't need a rope for that, though, right?
Yep. Which is part of why I'd agree. Yeah. Which is part of why though I want a strength, a dex, and an athletics. So these are gonna be checks. You guys are attempting to work together with a rope and the coordination of tying this off, having someone support you, bounce, whatever. You're trying to do it quickly. So one dex, one strength, and then one athletics for the person who's helping coordinate.
I'll go.
All right.
I've got max
And you've not
dex.
burned that, so go for it.
I don't.
So strength check. All right, success.
Could I do acrobatics
check.
instead of athletics?
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yep, makes sense.
I've
Go
done
for
a
it.
dex save. Do we care if it's a
That's
dex
fail.
check now?
No, you only did a save. I didn't ask you to do the dex, so yeah, go for it. Yep,
Alright.
you can. So we have one failure there, but there's only a total of 2, so you're still okay. Oh, 3 failures, but it's not the same person. It
Yeah,
is.
that's my first failure.
Spread amongst you. Yeah, all right. So you guys get some scuffed wounds and damages like that, but nothing serious, and you successfully make it outside the house. As you do so, this map is sort of irrelevant now for the record. As you guys slide down on those ropes, the house itself seems to almost consume itself, crunch in, crush, and you recognize it's not that it's truly being destroyed, it's merely trying to crush what's inside of it. And it doesn't completely disappear or anything, it just crumples in like a can that's had negative pressure applied to it. You guys laying on the ground, and in the distance you see in the mist a figure, tall, probably 6.5 foot tall, man, humanoid with wide collars, shadowed in the mists themselves. And you see him tip of a hat towards you, and then disappear into a mist. And at where his feet were is a basket.
Can I tell what he was based on what I am?
Well, it was about 40 feet away into the mist. I will go ahead and let you roll a perception check on it.
Alright.
But it'll have to be a high one.
Okay.
Yeah, good. You realize that what that being did was that of only a master vampire could do. It looked like it went into mist as well.
Okay, consider
bugs.
consider that, well, I'm already tracking undead, which vampires fall under undead, right?
Yep,
Alright,
they do.
I'm tracking undead.
Okay. Alright, you do so. There's a basket on the ground there, and it's basically right on the curve of what that old wagon trail was that you guys were following when you first began. And the basket, for those who are interested in going near it, has some fruits and a bottle of wine and a small handwritten folded note.
Diedrich will pick it up and read it.
It says, "Dear guests of my domain, welcome. I look forward to the joy of hunting you slowly. Signed, S. A dash with an S. I was trying to remember whether he would have been on the first name and last name or just the last, but it's just an S, a dash and
I'm
S.
reading this over his shoulder and just gets to sign. Like Does he not?
I
know
can't
what the
remember
dog-
if I told you guys his first name, and I don't want to just throw it out if you hadn't had it. Did I tell you? I don't think I did.
I
So,
don't
no.
think you did.
Dash S. Yeah. I almost said it, and then I stopped myself. Anyway, so Dash S, and that's it. But yeah, so you have a basket of food and a creepy, misty, gray area that you're now looking in.
Can we
And
tell
by
if...
the way, you still have the bones, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
Dead baby bone.
Yes.
Yeah, you still have dead baby bones. All right. This is the end, I guess, for our session tonight, because it is now 10:30 for you Central folks. I'll
Yeah.
let you guys decide one last action you want to do if you want to do something.
Real fast, can we tell if the food is legit?
Yeah, go and give a perception check.
All right, got it. Nope, I can't.
You can't tell, but you did notice there was a can of dog food at the bottom.
Oh, what a dick.
Did we
And that's-
level?
Yes, you did. You leveled. Upon leaving
Oh,
the house
wow.
successfully and finding the dog food, you guys are now level 3.
What an absolute dick.
That I added, and I'm really proud of that piece.
Wow.
All right, thank you guys for your for playing. If you want to stay on and level up your characters, feel free. I'm at no time limit here. I just wanted you guys to
Yeah, I'll do
meet
that.
our time limits.
Alright, this will be the end of the stream and video, so thanks guys for watching. Feel free to come back not 2 weeks. Whenever, what, 3
Yeah,
weeks,
whenever
4
we
weeks?
do it.
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah,
to say.
something like that.
But feel free to watch the streams, watch the videos, and appreciate you guys for watching. Thanks.